too.
Teeks, this is such an incredible, powerful series for you to be a part of. How did Chief of War find you?
Uh, a funny story. I was doing a reality TV show and then I got eliminated. And then the day I left the area we were shooting, I received an audition for Chief of War. So I auditioned for a couple of roles actually. And yeah, and then the rest is history. I auditioned, I got a call back, I worked with Justin Chong and a producer, director, callback, and ended up being successful. Got a lovely phone call from the big man himself, Jason Momoa, welcoming me to the family. And yeah, and the rest is pretty much in the bank, as they say.
How was your character then originally described to you? You mentioned that you were trying out for different ones, but for this specific character that you wound up getting, I think his name is Namake.
Yeah, that's correct.
How
So
did
Namake is the middle brother of the three brothers. Also, Namake Eha is Jason's middle name and Jason's direct ancestor. So I didn't know any of this until he told me, and the stakes and the pressure went up. Um, so yeah, it was a little bit surreal, really. Um, and to explain Namaki as a character, he is what I term the the calm between the storm. So you have Kaiana, who is the storm on one side, you have Nahi, who is the storm on the other side, and it's Namake's role in that dynamic of brothers to see beyond the storm, to see what, he's the one who brings clarity to the dynamic.
It's such a powerful series, and you're already in great shape for this warrior role. But did you have to switch things up a little bit to sort of get in this character's mindset? And I'd love to know about, the markings that they put on you. Did they consult you a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, we definitely had room and space to work with our makeup team on what the markings on the tatau, what it meant, the reasons why they were on the left side as and not the right side. Um, there was a bit of training that went into it. There was a lot of fight choreography, having to learn all of that, a lot of stunt training that went into it. I'm fortunate enough I come from a background where I've done a lot of my own stunts, I've done a lot of my own fights in previous projects, so I felt like I was well prepared for the journey. Um, and it was a huge collaboration. Everything was collaborative, I would have to say, on this whole process of shooting Chief of War.
I recently chatted with Tyrone Ngate for the series Nautilus, and he was telling me about his markings for the role and how it says his family's history and sort of a little bit about whether you're married or you have kids and things like that through the markings that they put on his face. What kind of markings did you receive, and what was your specific input on what they actually put on you?
The markings that we received were in alignment with the tattoo of the mano tattoo that Jason has, his own one. So a lot of it was inspired from that. The three brothers, we are water brothers, so our Omakua, our ancestor, is the shark. And so when you see those markings on the body in their particular angle in which they run, it aligns itself with that. So, uh, and then you'll notice in the series that a lot of them are very similar in design and in placement. So it ties us all together. Yeah.
I'm curious about working with Jason. You talked a little bit about how he at least called you to say this was for you because, he's part of the creative process. What was it like getting to share the screen with him? As a New Zealand actor, it must mean like the highest of the high respectful career achievement almost at that point too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Jason and I have something of a bromance. We get on really, really well. Um, the thing that I love about Jason is that he is a true creative. So not only is he a master of his art and craft on screen, but he's a photographer, he's a painter, he loves the environment, he loves the water, like all of the things about that man are inspirational. He's very down to earth, and I have said this to him, so I'm sure he won't mind me saying it. When he was the director for Ep 9, and he directed a scene that we were both in, so he was actor director at the time. I said to him that, man, you make a far better director than you do an actor. And he said
And
to me,
his response was either to punch
that
you
is the
or to
yeah.
smile.
His response was that is the biggest compliment anybody could give me. He is an amazing director. Yeah, he's an amazing director. The language he uses, his eye for detail, his commitment to story, and his trust in allowing the cast that he's working with to just, do their thing. And that's an amazing process to be a part of. So yeah.
Were you familiar then with any of your co-stars, other than Jason, obviously, when you started working on the series?
Yeah, so I've worked extensively over the years with the likes of Temuera, Cliff. I knew Tao. I've worked with Luciane before. Um, the Hawaiians I had met through the process. Um, but a lot of my co-stars, the thing I love about Chief of War, and it only pertains to those of us in the cast, is we were so committed to the responsibility of telling the story. We were so committed to the journey and the process of putting in the work around the language, around understanding the Hawaiian cultural view, that we come together really, really closely, and we were quite tight knit. And I feel like it was the first um, project that I had been a part of where that sense of aroha, as we call it here in Aotearoa, and aloha, as they call it in Hawaii, was a palpable, tangible feeling throughout the whole shoot.
There are some intense and powerful fight scenes to this. Talk about your stunt work that was involved as well.
So I'd say this is another story. Kalapana, Big Island, Hawaii. We're setting up for a segment of the end battle. We're running through the choreography. It's Jason and I back to back. We set it all up. We get to go through all the moves, do all the due diligence, and get all the safety and set up everything. And just before the words action, Jason called action, I had this moment where I was holding my weapon. I was looking down at the lava fields, and I looked up at him, and I went, "Wow, I'm about to do a fight scene with Jason Momoa." And he turned around and looked at me and he went, "Yes, you are."
Yeah, I
And
remember.
action.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it must have made everything even more special. It turned to you and it's like, yes, you are. And that's when you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
do
And
it.
that's the type of person Jason is. He's very down to earth. He loves a good time. Doesn't take things too seriously. And is powerful in his performance and presence between those two words, right? Action and cut. He just once it's called and once it's stopped, it's just like yeah, there's a beauty to it, I think. Yeah.
It's just incredible. The scenery is exceptional. Was there a particular favorite place you filmed?
Yeah, I would say the lava fields in Kalapana on Bigland. Um, it's common knowledge that when we first started shooting on the lava fields, the eruption started on Big Island, and it stopped once we stopped shooting. So, you know, I call that a gift from the gods and a sign. Um, I felt that being and shooting in Hawaii allowed me uh, to embrace the language and the character a lot more. Not being Hawaiian myself, but being able to stand on the lands and see the environments and feel the water and breathe the air and take in everything around me, it made my job so much easier to be able to tell Namake Eha story and to be a part of this epic show. Yeah.
Was it easy then for you at the end of the day to slip out of this character and the adrenaline you're feeling constantly filming these scenes?
If I'm to be honest, there were some days where it was harder than others, due to the content, due to the scenes that we had shot that day. I pride myself on having a process of getting in and out of character, and I leaned into that process. But once I was out, it's really hard to not enjoy Hawaii when you're in Hawaii.
Sure, sure. The scenery, I'm sure, is
Oh,
so
it's terrible.
beautiful.
I know it's terrible to look at, and the weather is so warm and it's terrible.
Uh, it probably feels like almost a second home to you based on, the environment and, the heritage that it has as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I had been to Hawaii a couple of times before, being a part of Chief of War, and now being a part of the Chief of War family, I've I think I've been to Hawaii like at least 4 times a year since. So it has literally become a second home to me. I love to go and stay with cast members who are in the show, the likes of Kaina Makua, staying with him on his taro farm on Kauai, visiting friends in Oahu. Yeah, it is a home away from home for me.
What do you hope viewers take away from watching Chief of War? Is there a bit of history you'd like them to soak in, or maybe just an emotional message you'd like them to soak in?
There's two sides. There's sides to this, two answers to this question, I feel. Specifically for Hawaiians, I want them to be able to see themselves on this platform and see their stories through this lens, and allow that to inform how they feel about being Hawaiian and the state and where they see their stories. And the other side of it is I want people, the audience, to realize no matter the time, the period, or the culture, uh, the humanity and the everyday human responses and trials and tribulations existed all the way back then as they do now. So everyone's got a force, everyone's got a power, everyone's got a voice. So it doesn't matter if it was back then or now. We all can relate on a human level to what goes on in the show.
What did you personally take away then, other than some incredible friendships and a new place to stay next time you're in Hawaii?
Well,
Maybe a love for poi a little bit too.
can we just have a moment right now? Aloha aina poi. I'd never eaten it before. I never tried it before. I didn't even know this stuff existed. And then I remember having it for the first time, and I literally was like, why am I only learning about this now? And yeah, it was a part of the daily meal plan for me. Um, the thing I'm taking away the most is the ability. This is the biggest thing I've ever worked on, scale wise. So the learnings, being able to work within an amazing stunt team driven by the likes of John Valera, working alongside Jason and along the likes of Thomas, my co-stars, all of that. Like it's the memories, I think, the memories that I take away the most, um, along with learning that the body can't do what it used to be able to do. There was a lot of running and a lot of fighting.
Oh my gosh. You would probably only do it now for Jason Momoa.
Oh, to be honest, outside of the industry and all that, I'll do anything for that man. He is a very beautiful man.
Okay, well, hopefully he's shared some of his beverages with you, and he has a little bit of everything I think he's involved in. He's like the most Renaissance man these days. He's got a little bit of hand in everything, and it's incredible seeing such a good person thrive.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I can't deny or, agree that I may or may have not partook in some of it, but yeah. Thanks, Jason.
What's next for you, Deeks? Have you been busy working on some other projects recently?
Yeah, and it's interesting. So I've had opportunities to currently I've got four projects that are running at the moment to Koka, which was a feature film that was released this year. Had a couple of TV shows here in Aotearoa that are being released. I'm currently working on a short film that I'm writer, producer, director for, and then a development season for a feature film as well, all going on at the same time whilst raising three beautiful children, being an attentive husband.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible work you continue to do on our screens?
I'd like to thank them. I'm very humbled by everybody's comments and the positive nature that people reach out to me and send me messages around my work. I'd like to thank all my international fans and supporters who follow my journey. And most of all, I'd just like to thank everybody who's in this industry and this up and down nature that we have to deal with in this international climate. I feel like continue to keep telling those stories, continue to engage in stories like Chief of War and everything else. The industry needs you as much as we need the industry.
Well said, my friend.